Hi, Flush Tox, how are you doing? This is Sandy. I'm coming to you to talk to you a little bit about your first few days on the Flush Tox plan. Now, I'm going to ask you first of all how the water intake's coming right before you eat a meal, and then how your carbohydrate consumption's going. Now, some of you may be asking, why are we doing this in this particular simple fashion, and how come not a more complex menu? The first thing that I'm going to ask you to think about is that if you have something that's very complex, are you going to stick with it? Is it something that you're going to do for the rest of your life, or that you're able to do on a trip and check your work? So that is why this is simple. This is with your everyday food. If you're a McDonald's buff, then I want you to take your carbohydrate, which would be the bun, and you would eat it first, all right? And then you would eat your meat patty separate. Now, I'm not going to give you menus like that. I want you to start thinking for yourself and learn a carbohydrate will have to do with rice, crackers, wheats, grain products. Your fruits and vegetables also have carbohydrate content. I'm not going to cover this in a vegetable or fruit pattern because I want this to be foods that are normal for the American diet. Now, the point of this is not to take away from a vegetable and fruit plan and watching your protein with different specific proteins. This is just a metabolism booster to teach you how to gauge your metabolic boost without being complicated. So you're going to take your water first, a few minutes before your meal, and then you're going to add your carbohydrate. Now then, the measuring cup is intended to help you to be aware of how much you're actually consuming. I'm going to use this in terms of an Asian buffet. Let's say that you've got your rice tray and you've got your meat and your vegetable source, and it's all on one plate. So how would you gauge that at a restaurant? So you would take your rice, you drink your little green tea or your tea or your water, and wait a few minutes, all right? You're going to get some lubrication from your water. Then you're going to take the little time and eat 8 bites. Now, there's a few of you guys out there, you can eat as many as 20 bites for a half serving. Now, you're going to wait about maybe 5 to 15 minutes. I would like to say 20 is best. What happens is that your carbohydrates break down faster because they're more instant fuel and instant energy, and you need that for your blood sugar levels to stabilize. However, you don't need to dump so much in there that you're needing to digest more than what your body's able to produce enzymes for. So let's keep it real simple. Let's do about 8 bites of a carbohydrate. Okay, doke. So you're going to get maybe about 100 to 150, no more than 200 calories from a carbo right away. You're going to visit with your friends or your family, or get up and take care of your family at home. Now then, you'll come to your protein, and that is going to be a segment that I'm going to talk to a little bit more in depth of why we eat it with a vegetable or a fruit, because it needs the enzyme actions. Now, carbohydrates, while they break down in about 20 minutes, your proteins usually take about 3 to 6 hours. So you need to have your food in an order that it can go into the small intestine in a safe way where you've got enough enzymes and enough breakdown for that nutrient to actually be absorbed. This is a lot of information. I'm going to go back over this a few more times because there's a few other things that I'm going to add to the very simple nature of chewing your foods. But first of all, I would like to hear your questions. Please don't be afraid to post them for other people to read. I'm getting a lot of emails and a lot of text messages, a lot of instant messages. If you would just ask me a little bit more, because there's a lot more people that have some questions, and there's a lot of you that might actually have your questions answered, and you'll understand a little bit more of what we're doing. I'm Sandy. Have a blessed one, and we'll be talking about your carbohydrate, your fats, and your fiber content here in a bit. Have a blessed one, and I'll talk to you soon.